know who to call now.
I do, that's why I was just kinda rolling around in my head.
Yeah.
Next time I have a leak. Just call these plumbers up there.
Yeah, the way he said, the next time he needs some plumbing, he's gonna give me a call.
R&R plumbing.
We can handle it. We can get that purple stuff airborne.
On the road too.
But you know what? We don't have a leak anymore. We got a good scald over there. We were pretty good changing out new pumps.
Get that done too?
Taking old pumps out, putting new ones in. Okay. Stanley come by and the connections were a little different on the new pump. And Stanley stopped by there and I asked him about it. And he said, yeah, just hook it up right there, show me where to do it. Right in. Got after it. You can sure vacuum that hose out with that thing. You don't have to use that port. It just about sucked paint off the bottom of that hose.
It's one suction place. Is it just one suction place in it?
Yeah, I run a feed off, a wide off on that suction line.
Yeah.
Run it out through that wall underneath the high diving board. Yeah. Just put a valve out there on the end and put the nipple in. And they just take the vacuum hose, get it all in there and hold the end of that hose over the discharge where it's discharging down there. Go all that air, fill it for them, and you just pick it up and sock it on that. And that's open that valve. It's a suction. Works good. And then when you get through, all we do is back flush you. Pretty big deal. I wish we'd done that last year. Well, for 2 years ago when we were at that time. Should be plumbed in. See, I couldn't understand why it didn't have that in there. Another water replumbed that time. I don't think he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, I know. I was going in the other.
Yeah, I get the feeling that fellow probably never had done any plumbing around swimming pool before. But he sure that we didn't have any cutoff valve in it. And that vacuum line, there's nothing to put that in there where you usually do pump and filter in the vacuum.
And you got back flush it with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back flush it up. Clean that filter out with. Yeah, the thing of it is, we got 2 of those hoses. And so just get it, talk to Kip about it, and sometime you're down there, just get one of those double connectors, hook the 2 lines together, and you got plenty of line to reach all the way to the far end. Well, you don't ever even have to hook that for you. I think just keeping that thing running takes most of their time when you're down there trying to clean it, so they don't get a lot of cleaning time, and most of the time spent with the vacuum. This thing takes about 30 seconds to have it up and go. You don't have to worry about it once you get to go. When we shut it down, I'm going to cut that other loose, replumb it too, put some valves in it before we cut that thing off.
Get your air filter conditioner in.
Yeah, Terry thought they'd get put in. Come in late Friday.
Been a little warm around here the last few days.
Yeah, it was a little warm. You know, we kind of keep the hallway cool, but in my office and in Jim's office and that, but it was hot. Well, the appraiser district office was like that. But luckily that woman kept the coat. They had to have a dry out. And it was hot. And it was all in the coat. So I was concerned about that.
She's gonna give you what's on the front page, she's gonna give you.
Killing my hair white.
Yes, it looks great. Looks absolutely wonderful.
Here, Dave, let me fix it for you.
No,
Joey's gonna get his best side. Chinese problem.
Maybe don't put it
I don't mean to be rude, turning my back to the.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, yeah, this is.
In case y'all need autographs or anything from me, I'm you know, my band's gonna make a debut at Senior Citizen.
Is that right? When?
Thursday night.
Thursday night,
Thursday night?
that's senior citizen.
What do y'all call this sort of outfit?
BB band.
The BB Band, Blues Brothers?
No, not in Maryland.
So who's your band members?
Darryl Lawrence, Irvin Brooks, Larry Lee, Steve Duncan now. Trying to sign a contract with him.
Get him under contract.
Thought he was gonna get away?
Huh?
Thought he was gonna get away?
Yeah.
You got you a bus?
No, yeah.
More like a minivan.
Retirement, but.
Okay, everybody get a
Should've
chance
broke
to
out
go over the bills.
in public earlier, 'cause I hear you're gonna have some competition coming to town here in
Oh.
September.
Oh, my. We're probably on tour though.
Who's coming in September?
Yeah.
I heard they're trying to get Tracy Lawrence to come up here.
Really?
That's what they're saying. I'm gonna believe it when I see it.
Gonna get thumbs hurt.
Not now.
That's what they're saying.
Well, we'll probably be his opening night.
I bet you do, y'all warm up. That's it.
Yeah, I bet he did. Need somebody to open the door.
You need a singer?
Huh?
You need a good singer?
Yeah.
Oh.
We all kind of share.
I'm not very good, but
We
I
share
sing
the
for you.
spotlight.
Hey, I got the gravel on this one.
There you go. There's your baritone right
It
there.
sound like
I
that.
sit right in there.
What's that old gal? Steve
Right.
Nicks?
Yeah, Cookie Growler.
Okay.
Conway with.
Yeah.
I guess we better keep busy. Everybody got a chance to look over the bills? Let's call this session of Commissioners Court order, conduct business in county. First order on the agenda is pay the bills. Have any questions, discussion, comments? Anything, motion, pay the bills?
I move.
Got a motion, pay the bills, got a second?
I'll second.
Got a second, you're all in favor? Any opposed?
Hey, look, Jody, get on in here, boss.
Item number 2 is amendment board. Consent list. The only thing on that consent list this week is the minutes from the last meeting. Had a chance to look it over. I've got just a couple things down here, next to the bottom on the front page, just a word. Motion by Commissioner Boyle, second by Commissioner Harris to submit Ms. Billy Ruth White for reappointment to Helen Fairby Center. That submit probably should be recommend. And then first item on the open forum on the second page, Commissioner Myers required that for the concrete slab at the lower water crossing on County Road 419. What that was.
That was on the other one.
Huh?
It was on the other one.
It was on the other
When
one.
I-
Was it?
When I
Okay.
recopied
Okay.
that, yeah,
Okay,
I forgot to put it.
but that was the only 2 items. Anybody else have any?
Well, I have a question. In the open forum, we asked to put the establishing guidelines for the video or audio taping.
Mhm.
Is there one about established guidelines from the Attorney General's office?
Well, yeah, the Attorney General is delivered an opinion on that. Of course, it's the statute covers it. You know, that anyone can take these open meetings, either audio or video or both. The only restriction is that they're not allowed to interrupt or restrict the flow of the business in the meeting. We're required by law to make access for them, and they can do it. Danny came down when we discussed it, set up. Kelly's over here now. Decided the best place to set up. And, you know, so the guidelines basically there in the statute and the Attorney General's opinions on this.
Well, I mean, I watched a couple of the ones that you already have on your website. The only question I have about it is what kind of guidelines do you have in place to protect the integrity of those?
Now, it's live. We do not edit anything.
No, but what are you going to do to prohibit other people from downloading it and editing it once it's out there?
We'll have to talk.
That's my concern there, because
not a
people
problem.
do that all the time.
We will. I'll get with Danny on that, and I'll get you an answer on it.
Okay.
Because Danny does.
They need to be protected where
Yes.
no one can get in and change it.
Right. I agree. And that Danny takes care of that.
You afraid we'll be on Jimmy Kimmel?
Saturday Night Live.
Saturday
So that's the only concern I have, is that once it's out there, how is it going to be protected?
I will find out and get you an answer.
What is the website?
DMI_EI.
EDI.
EDI?
I'm sorry, just me.
I can't tell you anything because I can't take off of where I'm at.
I think I can tell you now.
If you go to Ustream,
DMIEIC.
yeah, EIC.
Is there an underscore?
No, there it is.
Maybe not
You
what?
go to Ustream TV, and it's on there too.
Yes.
DMI what?
It's DMIEIC.
_EIC.
Is there an underscore?
Doesn't show. This doesn't show an underscore.
We have cards. I just don't have any with me. I think the man went through the washing
So
machine.
DMI and E.
_EIC.
Thank you.
That's the only question I got.
Okay. You want me to report back to the court, or would you like me just to talk to you?
No, you can just
Okay.
let Ronnie know. He'll let the rest of us know.
That'll work.
Any other questions, comments on the minutes from the previous meeting? Anything motion for the consent list?
So, or Jan, you want
We can both.
you raise your hand first?
Okay. Got a motion, Jan, second by Kurt, all in favor? Okay. Unless someone has an objection, I'd like to move down to item number 5, Wells, Georgia. I know they got a situation this morning, their death in the family, so unless there's an objection, let's move it up, so George can talk to us about the cemetery mowing contract. There's no objection, George.
Okay. If you would allow me just a minute, Judge Gary and David. I want y'all to be pallbearers at Carol's funeral. This could be 10 o'clock Wednesday morning at First Baptist. Appreciate it. We started, let me digress just a little bit. On behalf of Thomas and myself, we want to let y'all know what a privilege we count it to be allowed to do the mowing. And I know that sounds crazy, but we take a lot of pride in our ability to take what used to be a liability for a commissioner and make it an asset. I did get a call Saturday evening. I don't know if this lady's talked to you on the Gardner lot at Aspermont. She is concerned about the way the lots are sprayed, and I asked her if she would put that in writing to you. She doesn't want her sprayed anymore or mowed.
Okay.
And I told her, I said, ma'am, that'd be fine, you know, but if you would put it in writing, I said, I know that's a very special lot to you, and it's not that it's not to us as well. We just have several thousand, and sometimes I'm looking at getting the job done, and I don't want to inadvertently mess up, so if it's in writing, I'll know which two that she didn't want disturbed. But we do appreciate the opportunity to get to work. When we took that deal, fuel was $2.60 a gallon to $2.80 a gallon, and we bid it at $28.5, I believe, and then we added the 3 when Clyde passed away at $35, and that brings us to a total of $31.7. Fuel now is running around $3.50 to $3.80, depending on where they set the mark. As y'all well know, we would like, with you all's approval, to go up, and I didn't pull this figure out of the air, 12%, which would make the contract $35.5, and that's an increase of $316.66 a month. Right now, fuel is running about $140 to $160, and blades have gone up because of the freight and shipping to get them here. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm still making a profit, but like everybody else in business, I'd like to make a little more. But even at $35.5, that's considerably less than you were spending in 2010 when we took it. But that's strictly the will and pleasure of the court. Does anybody have any concerns, heartburn, or commiserations about the quality of work that we've done? I do know Double Mountain, the other day we rolled in there, and in about a 3-week period, it kind of jumped up on us. About 2 hours and 40 minutes we had it back where it needed to be. But other than that, I don't think that we've had any concerns.
I haven't had anybody contact me that.
Have you looked at it?
I haven't been up there long.
Okay. Well, what about out your way?
Oh, yeah.
I've had a number of comments about the cemeteries around the county, and everyone has been positive.
Well, and the lady that called,
A negative comment yet.
the lady that called Saturday evening, don't let me be misunderstood. She didn't register a complaint. She registered a concern because they come from, I guess, Lubbock, and they water that lot, and it is extremely well maintained. And when we touched up spraying the other day, we sprayed it like we do everybody else's, and I explained to her why the herbicide was used, and she just asked that in the future they would like to mow it themselves and maintain it. And then I told her, I said, you know, I don't have any problem with that, and I doubt that the county judge and the commissioner's court will, but I said, if at such time you stop, please let us know, or we don't have 5-foot tall Johnson grass on your lot. So, and she was very, very cordial, very nice lady. So.
George, what would it look like if we, you know, when they're like that, you know, the state's got these little non-mow signs that one of them look like right in the corner. Just, I'm talking
Yeah.
just a non-mow, and that way when somebody goes up there, they go, well, I guess the county's mad at old so-and-so
Right.
there, they're not gonna mow their lot anymore.
You know, and I
I
think that can be done, but you know, she's probably got $8,000 worth of granite rock sitting there, and I mean, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's very, very nice, and something that doesn't detract from that, I don't think she'll have a problem with that. Plus, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, we run through them pretty quick. I think we text everybody when we finish the cemetery, and part of the trick to being able to do that is keep that dude about that tall, and you can get through it. But when we're scooting along, I can look up and be on that lot inadvertently and not mean to, and, you know, I sure don't want to be in a position where the lady said, I've already told you once, what have I got to do, type deal. So that may not be a bad idea.
Kenny, can you get those little, like a little blank, like that stamp, you know, and put that on there? Can you get anything that small, Kenny?
I really don't have a good outlet for blanks anymore. I'm having trouble with getting through the state.
Let me see what I can come up with, maybe on, cut something with a plasma cutter, and it,
Call from 32569583132.
I mean, I just think it'd be good that way, because like I say,
you know, this is it.
The state puts up, you do this little white sign,
Yeah.
just with black lettering on that thing.
Yeah.
On the mold. No problem. Well, if people been borrowing our, burn ban signs, I guess we could borrow it.
All right, thank you.
Non-mold.
what's good with the burn ban sign? Good cat on it.
But let me see if I can't make something with a plasma cutter, and if nothing else, just, you know, something small and inconspicuous, because I certainly don't want to detract from that monument stuff that lady's done. She's done a very, very nice job there, so.
Back to the request here, on this increase, you requested that to begin at the new fiscal year,
Yes, sir.
which is October 1st. Should be a contract, of course, we had, there's a clause in that contract that this contract would be renegotiated with the agreement. of
So do we need to
both
put
parties.
that in our budget workshop?
Yeah, that's the reason George and I talked about having him come in and present it now, that way if you approve it, then we can put it into our budget this year. But as of September 30th, this contract will have been enforced for 2 solid years. My personal opinion is that I don't think it's unreasonable to look at an increase in contract after 2 years.
Just for instance, and you know, it's just cost of doing business. Thank goodness this year we've actually got some grass to mow. I can catch Aspermont, Double Mountain, Oriana, Genevieve, Brazos Valley, Hooker and Rainer twice with a set of blades if we've got grass. When we've got dirt, I can catch Aspermont and Double Mountain, and you can throw those blades away. The blades for my big mower started out at $52 a set. Now they're $68 just because of freight. And the one that Thomas runs, they're about $55 a set, and they worth $45. You know, those expenses, and then when we added the other 3 cemeteries on, I learned a valuable lesson. Don't bid a cemetery till you've walked it, because Rainer Cemetery is a minefield of mesquite stumps. And you can go through a set of blades right there, I don't care how sharp they are. You hit one of those stumps, you're done. You have to come and change. But if the court could see its way clear, we would appreciate it.
Looks like you don't have the stump back down tomorrow.
Some of them we've got whittled on quite a bit, yes, sir. And when you hit one on the front of that deck and you're wide open, it'll stop you. You raise it up a notch or 2. I've seen me do it. You'll get up and go get your teeth. I've seen me do that too. Wash them off the water bucket and go again.
Be like Rome, put him out here in a football game.
Catch him. Call from 911.
All right, I appreciate you all's time. Thank you very much.
You just
You know, if he hadn't have said what he, I wish we'd have stopped him there. We might have wanted to open it up again on an increase that large. I mean, it's not that large, but percentage-wise it is. But I don't know if it'd be fair to open it up now that.
Kind of presented what it needs to be.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we did, it was in the contract, it is in that contract. We can this time renegotiate to extend this contract. So I guess that's probably the part we were working on, that was agreed to in the original contract. So, and we could extend it 1 year, and then next year we could, if it was 3 years on this contract, and then put it back out for rebid. Or we can still put it out, but like I said, he's kind of stating what his is.
Yeah. That's up when? His contract's up September
30th. Yeah.
September 30th?
30, yeah, it's fiscal year. Fiscal year. That's what it was set up. So this year, September 30th, will be the end of the 2 years. His contract,
I just forgot the date. I thought it was September 1st.
September 30th. We can still put it out. I mean, it's just, what y'all probably want to do.
No, what do y'all think?
If I go ahead and continue this year, and negotiate the lady if you want to do it.
Well, if it ever starts raining again,
There's kind of a difference in the way that he maintains it than, one of the current, contractors maintained it. There's a big difference there.
Well, like I said, I've had lots of people comment on it, and every comment I've gotten has been positive. People walk in and say, by the way, I found cemetery, and just want to let you know that I've never seen it kept this good. I've heard that.
He goes out there in the morning, looks at them. That's what he does about daylight, right off through.
And he'll come by here once in a while and say, I've got a deal I want you to look at, see what I've got in mind will fit what's county, and we'll drive out and look at the Gold Mountain or out here or something, and say, okay, here one, and just like when the Blue Bonnets, when they had run the course, he came up here and got me, and we went out there and looked at it, because he wanted me to see before he mowed it, to get my opinion about it, if we try to leave those, until they run their course. So far, from my perspective, I'm really pleased with the kind of job they've done. And it's not just the mowing, but they cleaned it up, trimmed the trees, and gotten rid of the brush, keep the trash picked up. I didn't, what did he say, the fuel cost when they started this 2 years ago, what was it?
$260.
$260. We're at what, $315 down here, $320.
I think about $329.
$329. That's 69 cents. So that's. I mean, if you put it back out. See, that's from the time it started, it was at $260. That's a 30% increase in fuel cost. And what's that? Cemetery Stones? He was going out the other day and was laying in Hooker, he called me, asked one of Joe, I said, no, I was out there Friday. I said, I said, really just tried going over it, you know, short, and then, well, he did, and I went over it. I mean, he stays up on it. Question, comment? Do a motion on this, on that proposal, we can go several ways, we can either grant the extension at the increase, or we can put it up, rebid, we can leave it like it is. I'm looking down there, do we wanna leave that as a verbal, or would it be better to put it, include any contract we've got? We can write that up to add that to it, make it as an addendum on the original. This verbal, of course, I know the contract, and probably right, as the other one might have, but a verbal deal, I mean, it's worked all right, but then we need time to go. Well, I can write that up as an addendum to the original and add that. What do you think over here, Jim? It's been okay.
Yeah. Well, if we're going to renegotiate it, we might as well just put a new contract on it or sign, right?
Yeah, just, to reflect changes, we can add that, it'll be a whole one package. Right. So, yeah, okay. We'll write it up, if that's, if wishes of the court, we'll write it up as a, upgrade on that contract, and add all of it in there. It's been added to it already. He shouldn't object to it, and it'll make the same thing, just, put it all in one package. All in one package, yeah. Can do that. I don't think George has any objection to that. I shouldn't have. We have a motion? I make a motion that we negotiate the cemetery mall contract, extend it for 1 year, extend it for 1 year.
I'll second.
At a total wise, that's the big cemeteries along with the three small. At a total package of $35,500. That's correct. 1 year. Okay.
And then if there's gonna be any other changes to it, then we want to revisit the entire contract.
Yeah. Get that one. You get the full motion, Patty.
To renegotiate cemetery milling contract
Well,
at
yeah,
35,500.
extend the
for
contract
1 year.
for 1 year with additional premium on it to make it a total of $35,500 for all cemeteries in the county. Motion by Gary, second by Jan.
It's still what, $8,000 less than last time you had it moved?
Yeah.
So we're still under budget, what it was costing,
Yes.
take care of stuff by a bunch of money.
Yeah. I mean, that's $35,500, the last year we did it before this one, and that was 47. And
I still don't remember the number of
Yeah.
40.
so we're still considerably under what it cost us, what we had been previously doing.
That wasn't counting with
And
cemeteries.
we're keeping it up.
That was just the aftermarket,
It was,
no,
it was more than 50, time you added them all together.
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, I think just the two big ones, it's like the 47,000. So this contract has saved the county a considerable amount of money, and seems to knock it out of the ground,
Probably.
if it ever come handy, you know, I mean, you can see where they're at. You know, basically, pretty big stump on that.
Are they running tombstones?
No, they're out in the big area.
In the big area?
There's a couple of big stumps close to them. Most of them down in the big area. They sawed them, I guess, they look like they've been sawed years ago.
Outside the fence?
Huh? On the inside.
Inside?
Inside, yeah.
Maybe
That's
not burn.
crazy, huh?
Maybe not burn.
Well, I don't think so, I mean, if you get a pile of bunch of fuel around and to burn. My things are flat, just flat bucket would demolish them.
They don't make them as scissors.
Got a motion and second. All in favor on that, your extension? Any opposed? Back to item number 3. Approval, consider approval of treasurer's line item transfer.
You name, you're killing me.
Well, you know, the judges, dues and bonds, that went up because of the notary fee, we added
You'll
another
throw you under the
notary.
bus
I
again.
know.
I put you first, too.
It's got for every other Monday, I leave here with bus traffic right over the top of
I
me.
mean, she will run you off flagpole.
The sheriff's office, the fuel and oil, that is a big one. We really, you know, we added that third deputy and
Yeah.
and I didn't account enough money for the fuel on that one, so. So let's see. The liability insurances y'all are seeing, those are because we renewed that contract for a couple of months and then renewed it again, so we won't have that problem next year. It was just changing the insurance companies that kind of threw us there and put us over budget. Prisoner board, we're keeping a lot of Kent County prisoners, so even though we're line item transferring, we are also getting that money, some money in from Kent County on that too. I think we had one this time in there, so that's why that's going over, is because we are actually keeping prisoners for other people and stuff.
I think you got jail for over there, didn't you?
I think so.
I talked to him the other day, and that's what he said.
The clerks conference, that's just a matter of when that fell due. I don't think she actually goes to that conference till after October, but we had to sign up for it now. The library, we knew we were gonna have an issue in the library, so. Because that was so low and their grant got cut all to pieces.
Community center, was that what the work we had to have done over there on that?
Yeah. We did the work and then we did the painting also, so that's why we went over there.
That thing's pretty much rented out all summer, I guess,
Yeah.
huh?
There's been somebody in there just about solid. And so far, the air conditioners have continued to work.
Goodness.
Unlike the courthouse, they work. Any other questions on the line item transfer? Comments? Do we have a motion?
Move with approval line item transfer.
We have a motion, do I have a second? Dave, second. All in favor? budget, and I forgot to do it, I passed that around. Their budget has gone up, they increased, look at their salaries, I think about, just had the fire and food pleasure.
Did they pull the trigger on one?
Yes, they've hard to have, is you can't call it a chief pleasure, it's a temporary. Well, it's this time she goes to school. Got 6 months, is that right, Amy? 6 months? 6 months?
I think that's what they said.
I think that's what they said, 6 months, I think so. I think she said, that they've got a couple, well, they've got several schools scattered around. I think one in Abilene she's in, and then possibly one in Amarillo.
Hey, Amy, on that mineral appraisals? Because this is on TV, I'm trying to get Christian.
I was thinking,
On that mineral appraisal, does that include that software, or is that software down there in that equipment leasing maintenance? Do you remember?
that software's down there in a separate.
That's what I thought. So that 43,000 does not represent all we pay. Pretty mad.
And your tax collection software is on a different budget for the school online.
Just for services, and we buy the equipment stuff.
Okay, so where's the mailing and all that in there?
Jim. We get that one
And
from Jim,
Jim's
don't we?
office, don't we?
You do pay for some mailing to mail out appraisal notices, but that comes more out of supplies, and it's never very much. It's actually cheaper for them to mail it.
This last time, and it may reflect on that as an increase, last time we had, it was extra mailings, we had this about the county road adoption.
Yeah, that's right.
This county road, so we had that insert in that mailing that went out with it, so there was a added cost in there, and I frankly don't recall what that was.
Can I get a copy, just a original copy?
Sure.
Do we have to do that again this year?
Go ahead, keep saying, good.
Do we have to, the additional mailing for the county
Yeah,
roads?
we'll have to do it again this year.
3 years, huh? Just 2 years?
Now, see, we sent it out last year, we'll send it out again this year, and they'll have through this next year to lodge a protest if someone so inclined. But we send the mailings out 2 consecutive years. We'll have to do that again this year.
Nobody's ever contacted you yet, really.
Doesn't that mailing just come out of the tax collection, go out with the tax statements, so we just send it out with our tax statements?
Yeah, we send it out with our stuff.
So that wouldn't be on the budget y'all are looking at there.
That didn't add in on that one. That just comes through our.
They charge us extra.
I just figured all of that bill from Gary's favorite companies who should go unnamed. It's all handled through him. From what I understand on Gary's property, he knows. I was waiting to get back.
On the president?
On the president.
No. So when did Carol pass away? Last night?
George married Denise, she wouldn't accept until he come over and asked my permission.
Asked what?
Asked my permission, he could marry me, I had raised them kids, basically, all
running together or not. He said, not until you get David's permission.
Oh, man, my dad, my
We're about to get
feeling
back
it
up.
more weight.
Communications equipment here. Anyway, it's my understanding, they hired their realtor, temporary price. Of course, that comes with a boost in salary over what she's been drawing, however, it's not the full chief appraiser salary. She's on a 6-month probationary period. At the end of 6 months, she's been to the schools, getting her certification. Then in 6 months, she'll draw the full chief appraiser salary. That's the way that, I understand the board set that up.
Go up to that 35,000?
No, it will be what match those also. If I understood that, is that what you understood?
That's what I
Yeah.
understood.
But they put this in here, when they were figuring out, they were looking outside to find someone already certified, and they had already decided that if they did that, it was probably gonna cost them more in salary. But they put that in there so they were covered, but it's gonna be, they're still gonna match the county salary. What they're gonna do there.
That land schedule, that goes to Christian Avenue.
I will say this, the equipment down there is leased, it's not purchased.
Right. From Christian Avenue. Y'all see a theme here? That just really gripes me, I'm sorry. They're clipping us.
On that equipment, lease and maintenance, I know that's a printer and all, but does that have something to do with that mapping equipment also? Do you know?
I do not know, it could have, I know that does the printers, their computers, all the equipment in that office is leased. That also saves on the maintenance cost, if something happens.
They don't say money, Christian Avenue. They just getting another line.
I'm trying to make you feel better,
I
Derek.
know, and I've done pretty good here. I hadn't started slobbering or nothing
You
yet.
need another bag in that.
Move on, why get move on?
What is the bottom line on that one?
$163,939.27.
And so after 6 months, that's gonna increase to how much?
That would take a,
That's covered. After 6 months, that's incorporating any raises that the county manager might give. The base on the county elected official is 26, David, is 20, you have your, what is it, Danny?
I didn't bring.
It's 26.
359?
But, what they've done is they've taken where her salary is, Deborah's salary is now, and what Rosella's salary is, and they split the difference. That's what they're paying her this first 6 months. And after 6 months probationary period, then if she's gotten certification from the school, then they will give her the full amount of the appraiser salary.
2010 is
The
130.
21 is for the deputy.
Huh?
The 21 is for the deputy.
They've taken it, they've increased it. But some of it reflects some of their added cost down there on the mapping.
Did you look at my salary? That'll be the base. Right there.
25,559.
Okay, 25,000. They took where her salary is now or where it's been in her deputy position. And they split it halfway in the middle between it and where the chief appraiser's salary is. That's what she'll draw for the next 6 months.
So do they have a deputy appraiser?
Pardon me?
They have a deputy appraiser?
Or they put out, applications think, as of Friday, I think they had 3 applicants.
It's already went before the other boards for approval.
Yeah, well, yeah, this will all go to the other entities for their approval.
But it hasn't yet.
No, it hadn't yet. They just got this put together. And I think we're the first entity to look this finish. Done.
So you only make a motion, set this with exception.
No. What we're gonna do here,
Okay, y'all just do it, and I'll just vote against it then, is that what y'all want to do?
no, won't you just let me make the motion to approve the temporary budget, or the preliminary budget for 2013 for the Stonewall County Appraisal District. That way, if you don't like it, you can vote against it.
All right, Kirk's made a motion to approve the appraisal district preliminary budget 2013. Do I have a second?
Oh, man, I was gonna die somebody with that second.
All in favor of approving this?
Yeah, I'll vote for it.
All right.
With a heavy heart.
Motion.
Gee, goodness.
All right. We're down now to item number 6. Peggy has this to be on here, she's got a couple of schools, Patty's gonna have to be away out, because of the personnel situation in her office, is really not up to speed. She's asking the court to consider the contract with Belinda Page to fill in while she's away at school.
I've got the backache, boy.
Belinda Willing.
Yes, she'll be available in your office.
You got her conned into it?
It's just, I either gonna have to cancel my school, or, I mean, that's the situation I'm in right now.
I saw that ad in the paper, did you get anybody to?
I've got, 3 back, 3 still out, and 2 calls that haven't picked up, so, I don't know.
Well, I'll make a motion to contract Belinda Page for filming.
I'll second that.
Okay, we got a motion by Jan, second by Gary to approve contracting with Belinda Page to fill in the clerk's office, and I'm assuming at the clerk's salary. Did y'all discuss it?
No, we didn't discuss that, or at a certain amount, an hour or something.
What was she getting before when she contracted?
Something I'm getting.
Okay.
So, it's the same pay scale as when she was filling in down there
Before?
last
Yeah.
year, is that? Whatever her pay scale was on Belinda when she was filling in.
But I mean, are we paying her as her deputy wages, or?
Yeah, see, when she left,
Yeah, she was our deputy.
So, I mean, you might just do it by the hour.
Yeah.
That would probably be the easiest thing, by the
Compensate
hour.
her on what it figures for hourly rate for the deputy clerk. So, let's make sure we've got all that in that motion, so
Because, I mean, she can't sign anything for me. Darla will have to do that. So she can't really act as a clerk.
yeah,
capacity, she would
But
just be there
she
as a
knows the
backup.
system, she knows what to do
Right.
when something comes in.
Darla is not familiar with, filing new cases. And this would entail, at least August is election at school, October will be district court, school. Could you do that for both?
Sure.
After that, I think it'd probably be okay. Darla will be up to speed by then.
Is Darla gonna go to school anytime?
No, they won't get any credits for it or anything, so, I think it would be a waste of the county's money.
Even though they learn something?
Well, but that's what I'm supposed to teach.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, if it comes available that she can go to some things, yes, I would like for her to go. She won't get credit for it, but.
She went to one the other day, didn't she?
Yes, she went to a DPS school, it was free, it was over at Jayton, it was for the criminal reporting, so she, things like that, yes.
Let's make sure we got this right. On the motion, Jan made, to approve contracting with Belinda Page to fill in the clerk's office in the absence of the clerk, to be compensated at deputy clerk's hourly rate. Does that sound right, Jan?
Yes.
Okay. Who was it second?
There's.
I didn't.
I think Gary seconded. All in favor of that motion? Any opposed? Item number 7. We discussed for the, talked to Joe McAteer. He and his, one of his associates came down and visited with Andy and I. We kind of like what we heard from them. I've got the package that they sent me for the contract, should we decide to, basically it's just to do our audit service the next year. Their bid on it is in line with the ones we've been using, 12,000 to 13,000, depending upon any variable. We're looking at a $12,000 base up to $13,000 for that audit if they run into some extra. And it's basically just the same as, it's just an audit. This Sandifer, and I'm gonna call it Swindell.
Yeah, inside the camera, I'm talking to him,
But, I would like to try a different audit company this time, simply because of the delay in getting our audit reports. We were 6 months late getting it. We should have it no later than the middle of January. It was in June before we finally got an audit report. Just, I think we deserve more time and consideration than what we've gotten from our previous audit. And I know Joe McAteer, some of the others, I trust their work. I've seen some of their work. I think I won't say we'll get a better audit, I just think we'll get a more timely report from them than what we've been getting.
You talked to him.
Yes, yeah, he and one of his associates came down and visited with Andy and I here, made the trip down and talked to him.
Gary Lovett.
Yeah, I love it. But I guess what I'm asking, if we approve contract will allow me the authority to sign contract with them to do our, and we need to let somebody know so they can start planning us into the mix for about sometime in November. If not these folks, we'll need to contact the ones we've been using, but
Did we have a contract with those, county those?
I've not seen a contract with them. I think we just, call them,
I can't
ask them to
remember.
come do it. Do you?
We signed a letter of engagement, before they
But that
came
was
the
a
last
year-to-year
time.
basis,
Yeah,
was it not?
and we
So
have,
we're good to get out then?
yes, as far as I know.
Donovan was working on our part of today. No,
Not on maintainers. Go in the weeds.
just missed a call from them. I was hoping they didn't hang the water line.
Probably kill one food trees.
Oh, well, it's dying of drought anyway.
You need a motion?
Well, yeah, if that's your.
What kind, one-year contract, or what you gonna enter into?
Yeah. Your deal to do our 2012 physical end of year audit.
How does
One
their,
year. Pardon me?
how does their total cost for doing the audit compare to the ones that we have?
It's the
Same amount?
Same amount. This last time, we got it $1,000 cheaper simply because they did 2 years at the same time. So they gave us $1,000 more, but if it's a single year audit like this will be, it's the same.
12,000.
The 12,000 could go, if there's extras in it, they gave us a range, 12 to 13,000.
Which should be considerable better
Yeah,
from anywhere else.
right,
When you do 2 years, transitions and all that stuff.
yeah,
It should be a breeze.
should be, I'm hoping. But I just, we just got things we need to look at, and I've talked to, other counties that they do auditing on, and most of them, if they don't have it by the 31st of December, they'll have it by the middle of January on these folks. And we got ours in June. And if we've got some sort of a problem, I'd like to know about it sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
That was a consideration. I've got the letter, the contract I want to read. It's just kind of boilerplate.
I made this contract with Senator Wendell for 2012 audit, give Judge permission to sign on behalf of the court.
Have a motion?
I'll second that.
And a second. All in favor? All right. We're down to item number 8, open forum. Gary?
Yes, sir. I talked to, is it Norma Thompson.
Snyder?
At Snyder, Tex Dot. She told me to, she talked to Mike, it's not Mike Love, it's a guy named Mike something.
Yeah.
Anyway, if we want to amend that January 419, she said just, draw it up, send it to her, be fine.
Go with the slab.
Of course, the slab, anyway, so, I mean, we can do that, and if we're gonna hire a contractor to do it, to pour that slab, we're gonna go out and bid. I mean, what I came in my mind was, let's do that like you done that Sam Cochran deal down there, just go in there and put that slab on there and put that wrap on both ends. And I mean, I know it's a long ways to Big Spring, but we could get 2 or 3 loads of that wrap. Fix that approach. You got enough to do that.
Gary, did you say 419?
419. Anyway, she said, if I get any problem for one to amend that, get out of that box cover, put that slab in. If we put that, I think that slab would work better. When we thought about it, and I talked to, over on that road, the women on that road, they suited in it. Because I told them, I said, now the problem is, when it comes big rain, that field comes out there, it's gonna be a silt. I said, now when it's stuck, it's gonna have to drop through the silt, till we get ready to get the silt right off, and they said, get out of there, keep that slab, maybe it silt up is bad, when it comes out of there.
They're gonna lose.
I'll see you out there, and we'll cut so it, get in, kind of work some of the trees back. to keep that flowing.
When Tom's gonna ask me not to steal our gravel on the road.
Up on the hill, I'll ask him. I'll get him back.
There it is, huh?
He's always do come after, I don't ever go that, cut through there on that little road. He's still running out there with his Fresno and jacking or gravel.
Yeah, we just got to put brand new stuff on it.
Ken Younger. Yeah. And the mother said, where's he putting it, in his driveway? Okay.
That's it? Anything else?
That's it. I think there's something else, but I'll think up for you.
Dave?
Are you gonna address our,
I've got it on my notes, but
okay, no, we'll get around to it. That's all I've got.
yeah. You know, we've talked about courthouse security, you know, gave me the authority to start looking for some bids on it. I'm still working on it. I think I've pretty well settled on one, but I want to wait and get a little more information. This Guardian Security Solution, and that's basically doubling our panic button system, and it's using our existing system. The others that I've gotten bid from, I just don't like their systems simply because they do away with our in-house notification. If somebody hits a panic button, it sends the signal to their offices, then they have to call back. If we've got a situation where we need it, I want it to do exactly like ours does, go directly to the sheriff's office and DPS. Right. So it's doubling that system, plus putting in the TV monitoring system, both inside and out, with it's a 4-week loop on DVD player with the monitor and stuff. It's a little higher than the rest of them, but from what I can determine, their equipment is state of the art. It's a little better equipment than the other bids. Right now, the bid I've got on it is $17,151. The other ones, time you add all of it together, theirs is running about $15,000. But I think this is better equipment, and I know the notification system is better because it's tied into our existing system. And like I say, and I don't want to get in a situation where if we need some help in this courthouse from law enforcement, I don't want that signal going to low and then them having to pick up the telephone.
Now, these cameras, are they continuous moving, or are they still shot?
What
The
now?
cameras.
The camera, it's a continuous motion, yeah. And it's on a 4-week loop on it. And so we've got actually 5 cameras. This figure is 5 cameras inside, 4 cameras outside to monitor the entrances, exits, and the parking areas.
How much do we have in that security fund?
Yes, we have 16,000 in the bank account and 18,000 in the CD, I believe.
We've got 30,000.
Yeah.
So we're well within the range on that, and that's the only thing we can spend those funds for.
Exactly, that's the only thing the money can be
Yeah,
spent on.
that's the only thing those funds can be spent for is courthouse security. Of course, that includes if we wanted to hire a full-time bailiff or deputy in here, and I don't think that's necessary.
We don't generate the money to pay that on a consistent basis, so we do.
It comes in
Patty.
on fees.
Yep.
Yeah, Patty collects some every month
Yeah.
on her stuff, and then Mike collects
Collection.
on that too.
But that's, and like I say, if I can't find something that's in this, I'll have this on the agenda at a later time for decision on it. I just wanted to inform you that that's where we're standing right now. I'd like to have it in general and have this up and running by the end of this budget cycle. But right now, I'd like to get a little more information before I present to court, but I just want to give you that
What about
information.
the
Pardon me?
replacement on the cameras when they go out?
What about
Give you a warranty,
Uh,
so.
treasurer, I'll ask him about that, I'll make a note.
Cause they'll burn out pretty frequently.
Well, they've got the tamper-proof dome and, you know, vandal-proof dome and all that stuff. This equipment, and the price is not a lot different as far as the camera stuff than some of the other systems. But from what I can, the study I've done on it, I think these are really a little more higher end equipment than what the other. I mean, it's a little higher. I'll ask about a camera system.
Library's doing their treasure hunt.
Oh, that's, yeah.
That's a summer reading
Yeah,
program. one
some
night.
reading programs on treasure.
Cody, you went over there last week and gave a deal on Stonewall County history.
Mhm.
We say there's a pretty good slew of kids over
Yeah.
there.
This is, I think, is their last one, and they're supposed to be doing a scavenger hunt, so. That's why you keep hearing them come in and hearing them go out, they're hunting stuff.
Anyway, that's information on what we're doing on the courthouse security. And we're gonna, before we put that in, we're gonna have to get this display case moved. We're probably just gonna move it intact for the time being over the community center. We'll take a look and see how that works out. If we want to change it, then we can. So, had a gentleman had a company up here this week that mounted our new antenna and coax out here on the tower. And we talked about getting it cleaned up. The price on it was $350 a foot to take those, the old stuff down. But I negotiated when they were here. I got the 4 big coaxes. That's the, I don't know, 7, 8 of them. They had 4 of those. While they were here, they took those down for $250 a foot. So we saved about $1,600.
What about those extra antennas?
They took those down.
So what have we got left down there?
We've got 2 little antennas. They're about 20 feet up with the coax. I told them leave those. We'll take those down. The fire department is talking about maybe putting those on the antenna down there. I told them don't cut those up. So when they took these coax, what they did on their way up, they just took their wire cutters or whatever, and they cut these things up in sections so they can get them out.
Did they carry that stuff off, or is it piled up?
No, they were supposed to pile it up down.
When they do that?
Friday. It was here Friday. They actually came last Tuesday, but the wind was so high they couldn't climb the tower, so they came back on Friday.
They had a flag.
Yeah, they had flagged all the old ones. I went and looked at them. There was there's those 2 down there, and then there's 2 more small ones that go up, but they're around on the side. They're on a flat surface. They weren't in the way. These 4 big ones, those things are all looped together. By the time they ran the new coax for this new antenna down there, it would have to be on the outside of all that stuff, and then later on, if we came in to clean it up, and we're gonna have to do that and paint it sooner or later.
Ronnie, whose other building is that?
Pardon?
Whose other building is that over there on the side that's locked? Belongs to the state or
In the
something?
tower,
No, in the building.
in that, there at the base of the tower?
Yeah.
They're all ours.
Oh, they're all right?
They're all ours, yeah. See, we've got our repeater and all in that west building right now.
That's what I mean.
The other, it's a single building, there's 2 doors in it. It's got the old equipment that's kind of like the stuff in the tower. The people that's been on that tower over the years, when they leave here, they just disconnect their stuff and leave the junk there. But now, one of the things, and I'm gonna bring up, when I was down there looking at this, decided what this was, I think Wednesday morning, when I went down there, because they had flagged those ones, they wanted me to tell them which ones we needed out of there. So I went down there and looked at all that. Well, one of those doors was open in that single building, it's got the 2 doors, and I was wondering then who left open, I went up checking on them. Of course, it's just rat's nest, got all of them.
It was open the other day.
But I opened the other door and looked in it while I was there, and someone has made off with that generator. they're taking the generator and the control boxes, they cut it, whoever got it, they knew what they was at. So when I saw that, I called Bill, he came on down there, and we looked it over, he's doing some checking right now, so he can locate it.
Was the generator even good?
It's been sitting there 20-something years, it has not operated.
That's what I think.
I think the generator and all, I think probably, all right, it was something about one of those little control modules in that thing had gone bad or something, but it has not operated. Bill told me it's never run since he's been sheriff. He's been sheriff, what, 24 years now, 23 years. But the thing of it is, once we got all that equipment moved over into the little building that we've rebuilt, the little block building, I was gonna take that generator out and see if somebody couldn't fix it and put it up to run. It's been sitting there all this time, and now we're about ready to do that. It's gone.
Damaged.
It not, and all the control panels. Bill said the control panels really was probably worth more than the generator. But his thought was whoever got it because of getting the control panels and stuff with it was somebody that had a use for it. It wasn't just absconding with the money. So he's approaching it from that standpoint. I just thought that's kind of odd. It just disappeared all. They'd been there all the years. They figure out exactly what all they're gonna have when you get your package put together. They're gonna have, I think he said 2. It may have just been 1, but I think it's 2 4-foot discs of dishes. And they're gonna wanna put them out here on this tower. And he's made a proposal that we move all of our equipment out there